Sawadee, this is ASEAN News Update by Thai News Agency and I am Sirisha Prashamyat. Let's begin with an update on ASEAN. The 18th ASEAN Summit gets underway today as the leaders from 10 member countries of the Association of Southeast Asian Nations or ASEAN convene at the Jakarta Convention Center in the Indonesian capital. The leaders of ASEAN countries started to arrive this morning at the Jakarta Convention Center to kickstart the 18th ASEAN Summit, the first round of high-level meetings of 2011 that will take place in the Republic of Indonesia between 10 Southeast Asian leaders. Indonesia has been hard at work in pushing various agendas to the regional grouping this year, 4 years ahead of the 2015 target of regional integration. The summit comes at a time where political transition is taking place in Singapore and Thailand, where the former is currently holding the general election today, rendering Prime Minister Lee Hsien Loong unable to attend the summit and sending it his steed, Senior Minister S. Jayakumar. Meanwhile, Thai Prime Minister Aphisit Wongcha-um is attending the summit after saying on Friday that he would ask the king to dissolve parliament, paving way for early polls in the kingdom. As the ASEAN leaders arrived in Jakarta, they are expected to discuss a number of issues, both at the plenary session today as well as the leaders' retreat tomorrow. Indonesia this year is pushing for two particular agendas for the region's grouping, and this include the establishment of the ASEAN Institute for Peace and Reconciliation and the discussion of ASEAN community beyond the year 2015 and how the region can develop a more cohesive voice in the international community. Other issues that will be touched upon by the summit include the working out of the format of the fast-evolving East Asia Summit, South China Sea territorial dispute, the region's dispute settlement mechanism, human trafficking, and migrant workers matters. More importantly, this ASEAN Summit will be a venue where two sensitive issues will be discussed at length, namely the ongoing Thai-Cambodian border dispute and the prospect of 2014 ASEAN chairmanship of ASEAN by the Republic of the Union of Myanmar. Last night, at a press conference held after the ASEAN Foreign Minister meeting, Indonesian Foreign Minister Dr. Marty Natalegawa related to the members of the media on these two particular issues. On the Thai-Cambodian border dispute, Dr. Marty said the two sides have concluded negotiation and both have formally agreed to the term of reference or TOR for Indonesian observer team to be deployed on the ground.
Acquiescence or continue to support ASEAN's engagement on this. The next few days will be quite critical, we think, in terms of stabilizing the situation. We have a terms of reference that has been agreed. We now have to create conditions conducive for the early deployment or assignment of the observer team. And at the same time, of course, we need to continue to have the political process ongoing between the two sides. Pada tingkat Menteri Luar Negeri,
Myanmar's chairmanship of ASEAN in 2014, Dr. Marty said that the ASEAN leaders will discuss this issue in the near future before a final decision can be made on the matter.
The state of readiness of Myanmar to chair ASEAN in 2014, which is quite a critical year for ASEAN on the eve of its community in 2015. The state of readiness extends beyond practical arrangement readiness, but also other dimensions that we need to be familiar, we need to ascertain ourselves in. We have the intention to have the ASEAN chair will visit Myanmar soon to be able to have a better sense of what is transpiring in Myanmar, and even perhaps to inform the ASEAN members of where developments in Myanmar is. So the ASEAN chairmanship question has not been decided. It is not for the ministers to decide. It will be decided by the leaders. I'm not sure whether it will be done day after tomorrow or some other time.
Dr. Marty also added the fact that ASEAN foreign ministers can discuss openly between each other on issues such as the political process in Myanmar and border dispute between Thailand and Cambodia reflect how agile ASEAN has become as an entity.